Hello and welcome to Overthinker number 3. What's on my mind today? Books. Books, man. I think that out of all the things that people decide to take too literally, oftentimes it's books. And I say that because I think that people miss like the reason that you read stories sometimes. Now, obviously, there's different reasons to read different things. You read informational books if you're trying to learn something. You read fantasies if you just want an adventure or whatever. But I guess I'm talking more in the lines of like just fictional books. Let me put maybe not fictional. Maybe that's not the way to put it. Books that there's something to more to be derived from than simply the story of it. Um, so it's like when you read Aesop's fables, you know what I mean? You understand that this is a story. And this book that, each story, let's say like, is it like the rabbit and the hare? Is that an Aesop fable? Whatever. But like you understand that there's an underlying theme to that story that, like patience, being slow and steady, that helps you win the race, yada 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 sort of thing. And people take that story and they don't translate it literally. Obviously, you're not like, you know, oh, well, a tortoise and a rabbit would never be talking to each other. That this story is fake, sort of. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to derive some sort of moral or lesson from the story. You're supposed to derive some sort of other value besides the literal translation of the story. You know what I mean? And not to say that you shouldn't just enjoy the story as it is, because that's obviously why it's written as well. But I bring this topic to discussion because I say that books are read wrong because people forget to do that sometimes with a lot of the stuff that they read or don't read, in my opinion, they just assume about. And I say that in regards to religious texts. A lot of people don't want to read, you know, the Bible anymore, it seems. And that's curious to me because, I wouldn't consider myself a Christian, but I I wouldn't like disregard the Bible because, obviously I think sometimes people, both Christian and non-Christian, can take it too literally. You know what I mean? And I whether, you want to do that or not is beside the point, but I think that everybody could still read the stories and, you know, try and gain some sort of moral value out of them. You know what I mean? And I mean that for all books. I mean that for, like when you read kid stories, obviously the moral value is a little easier. When you read like young adult stories, like there's always something to be derived from it besides just, well, that's a silly story, that's a dumb story, or that was a great story, that was a fantastic story, sort of thing. I just I hope that people remember to not just write things off because of their face value. I hope that people remember that. But again, books are just people's thoughts trying to be translated. It's words, you know what I mean? Written down. It's what people are trying to translate their emotion and their feeling and their morality, so to speak, into the story. So, I don't know. I hope people just remember to do that in all things that they do and that they read, and they try and gain some more value out of the thing than, you know, than the surface.